Next up, we've got Alisha Richard.
Do you want me to push this or anything? Oh.
Hi everybody, my name's Alisha Richard, and my poetry is an act of defiance because right now, in this country at this time, my existence is an act of defiance. I'm going to take you on a little journey through my first year of transition, and this first poem started about 6 weeks in. It's 3 a.m., February 24th, this year. I'm 45 days into a journey I didn't know I was meant to take. It's an ungodly hour and I'm still wide awake. I closed down the bars, went back to my hotel. I should be off to bed, but oh, what the hell. Away from my wife, I'm standing before this beautiful woman whom I didn't know I was meant to meet. Oh, I know what you're thinking. This guy's just another cheat. Her 4-inch wedge heels placed on the floor. Her Ferragamo clutch dropped near the door. I take a look in the mirror and I feel my heart race. That angelic hair, that beautiful face. I'm enthralled by her sultry voice, strained from talking over the barroom cacophony all night long. I'm enamored with her colorful choice of a purple dress and white pearls, too elegant for this small, ill-lit room. I'm enraptured by her radiant smile, outlined by faded lipstick and energizing the air. I'm entranced by her elegant style. As our eyes lock in an unending stare. If this sounds like adultery, the tale gets more sultry. I declare, I never want this night to end. Please think about your wife as you're married to this strife. Some actions you just can't defend. Yet I'm in the room alone with just an image on my phone. You think she's an imaginary friend. You couldn't be farther from the truth. There's nothing sordid about this moment. She's real, her presence intense. Through the first 45 days of courtship, I've only caught glimpses of her. But today, I shed all pretense. This beautiful she is a transformation of me, who's been in my soul all along. As I let her reign free, I'm now meant to be feminine, prideful, and strong. This day started with a makeover, the night ended with a do-over of a life that's lived 57 years in one incarnation. Moreover, tonight my egg cracked, and I can never go back, because I have some new information. Alicia's outward beauty exceeds my expectation, but doesn't come close to matching the inner light she's graced upon me these past 6 weeks. I'm not just coming out female, I'm coming out happy. I'm filled with self-love, I fill others with joy, I'm radiant with pride. So come along for the ride, as I'm building a better me, whose pronouns are her, hers, and she. If you're not familiar, a trans person's egg cracking, that's when we quit denying our authenticity. And we embraced the person we were always meant to be. And for me, it wasn't just accepting that I had a gender transition. There was a whole transformation that happened with me, a lifelong writer, turning to poetry for the first time, and then wanting to share it and finding places to perform it. I had never performed before 2 years ago. And most of my poetry had a theme of joy. I'm 6'2" and in the best shape of my adult life, and I've never been more scared for my personal safety. I used to have white privilege, height privilege, walk away from a fight privilege. Yeah, a white guy can do that. Cease to present as a privileged male, and society sees you as one big fail. They put a target on your back, force you to take all their flack, because in their mind, you don't stack up to their liking. You deserve a spiking. Everyone's a Viking, pillaging your rights. These terrorists unite, make you fight or flight. Why is this my plight? Are they jealous of my happiness, my radiance, my friendliness? If I could bottle my joy. When I wear a dress, I feel my best. Can't tell you why, it makes me feel high. High as a kite floating on air. High as a stoner without any cares. High as a mountaintop capped with white snow. I'm an elegant lady. no longer your bro. If I could bottle my joy. When I came out this year, didn't hurt anyone, didn't step on their toes, didn't hamper their fun. I embraced my best self. A female, so what? Broke out of the doldrums of a decades-long rut. Yet others despise me, they hate me, chastise me. And this is their mantra. Trans history, obliviate. Trans healthcare, obliterate. School lessons, eliminate. Trans people, eradicate. Yet I'm undeterred. When they try to deter me, I'll just defy them, mystify them with magnanimous laughter, keep turning the pages of this special new chapter. I see life is fleeting, so I keep on speeding towards this luminous light. Every day, every night, my end goal in sight. If I could bottle my joy. I now love myself like I haven't in years, just as I like, despite feeling fear. I'm happier, healthier as a girl reassigned. All of this comes from being internally aligned. My joy bubbles up, it's my fountain of youth. I'd like to share it if you'll just hear my truth. If I could bottle my joy. If I could bottle my joy and serve it to you, angry white man, would you silence my voice? If I could package my happiness and send it to you, angry cis man, would you restrict my choice? If I could bottle my joy, would you terrorize me? No, you'd glorify me, hold me high and regard me. If I could bottle my joy, you wouldn't berate me, instead elevate me, you'd let me be, set me free. If you could drink up this joy, you'd want to befriend me. Stop living with envy, not want to erase me. Step up and stand with me. If I could bottle my joy, would you try it and see? If you meet a poet, they'll probably tell you that poetry and performing poetry can be like therapy, and that was part of my transformation, is finding that and turning and looking back at certain pivotal events that I had never reconciled. This next poem goes back to my childhood. My Father, who art in heaven, I absolve you. But why did you befriend him? You couldn't have known. Predators prey. Holy Father, who art in heaven, I revere you. But why do you create them? Evil to the bone. Predators prey. They also pray, invoking your name. It's all a game. They want to defame while young lives get maimed because predators prey. Yes, predators prey, and what would I say? Predators prey, but that doesn't stop me going back to the day when the two of you met. His evil plan set. If I could be in that room, see him starting to groom you, this man who knew nothing but love, wore his heart on his sleeve, who would never believe another human would thieve his younger son's childhood. But predators prey. Yes, predators prey, and what would I say to push you away from his presence? Would I tell you they'll plague me all of my life? Come between everything, even me and my wife, try to enter my body but stop with his head? There were times in my life I hung on by a thread, woke up countless mornings feeling vacant with dread. He blew me just once, but what blows my mind, that night never ends, it haunts me over time. First it was months, then it was years, now it's been decades and it's still causing fear. Fear to move forward, fear of success, fear to be intimate, fear to express my own authenticity. Take a road to simplicity. Fail to see your complicity in setting me up as that predator's prey. Enough is enough. I've let one night define me for way far too long. No span of time rights that predator's wrong. If I let myself go there, it's that old siren song that holds me back. Back to that day, back to that night, back to that choice. Do I fight or flight? I didn't do either. Just let him go down on me hard, down on my life. It's been 44 years and it's still causing strife. Still gives me nightmares, still makes me shiver. Sometimes I just want to drink, but I got a bad liver. That night still defines me, upends me, reminds me. Because I let it. Because I fucking let it. Life is more, and 44 is too many years lost, too high of a cost. in brain cells and hours. It's time to stop giving that evil creep power. I'm gonna roar, not hold back and cower. You'll roar? Makes you wonder, what does that mean? I confess, I was raped at the age of 13. In front of this crowd, I shouted out loud, still standing proud, my dark secret avowed. It wasn't my choice, because predators prey. I'll no longer keep quiet till all predators pay.
Yeah.
Performing and writing that poem put a lot of negative energy out about my dad. And as I approached the end of my first year in transition, January of 2024, I wanted to reconcile that. And every year on the anniversary of his death, my dad died of a massive heart attack unexpectedly. I always returned to Mission Beach. That was our favorite place to go when I was a kid. It's January 22nd, 2024, the wettest January day in San Diego history. The wipers rhythmically clear my windshield. Barreling down the freeway, fighting the deluge, I race the sunset, undeterred. Thankfully, as I pull up to the boardwalk's edge, the torrent wanes. Wielding my pink umbrella, I exit the car. My black dress clings to my shins as I forge against the fierce onshore flow. Today, nobody else cared to show for this daddy-daughter dance, opting for better weather or a venue less exposed. Suede boots towing the water's edge. I intently scan west. No sun, just gray, a thick cloud hedge. Our annual beach soiree to commemorate that awful day when you pass without warning, and I've never stopped mourning. Won't be rattled by rain. A patch clears. A distinct glow illuminates the horizon, allaying my fears. My back to the water, umbrella open, I pry a phone from my pocket. Unchained melody plays, hips sway, long lost memories in my mind replay. It's 1990, my wedding day, you and Grandma waltzing together effortlessly. Will this be our special day? Leaning into the wind, I hear you say, may I have this dance? For 3 minutes and 34 seconds, you are there, watching the wind with my wispy hair. I reintroduce myself as the beautiful, confident daughter you are always meant to see. Your smile radiates pride despite the biting breeze. I feel the warmth of your presence. 15 years to the day that I lost you, I'm alarmed that the memories of us together have been fading. Today I finally understand. If I hold tight to the past, I don't let myself see the duet you and I were always destined to be. A father and daughter slowly swaying, holding hands, gracefully waltzing on the rain-compacted sand. Song over. Wet drops on my hand. Looking up, I'm surprised there's no rain. Yet tears of joy, grief and pain have launched in the breeze from my wind-numbed cheeks. You are gone again. But I feel alive like I haven't in weeks, months, decades. 58 years in, 15 years late to the ballroom, life offers no guarantee. This I know, Dad. From this day forward, you and your daughter will share an annual dance together for eternity.
Woo!
We're going to switch it up. This last poem was not from my first year. It's a little bit after, it's a year old. I wrote it for Transgender Day of Visibility. TDOV is March 31st, and this poem is called Visible, and I would love you all to join me. You'll get to a point, you'll hear it in the poem, where I start I'll say a line, and I'll end it in visible. With visible. And I will do this. I will say, visible. If y'all could join me, you don't have to do the V. You can all chant visible with me, because there's never been a more important time for allyship in support of the trans community, because we are literally trying to be erased. As someone born into a white cis male body, I enjoyed many levels of privilege. Occasionally, I leveraged that privilege to lift up others. More often, I opted for a carefree life of being on the inside, looking out, operating under the radar, bystanding when I had the opportunity to stand up for people, for change, for justice. I used my privilege to remain invisible. Coming out as a trans woman, I embraced my authentic self. Both my outward appearance and my inner values and beliefs evolved. Beyond a gender transition, something transformative happened. I became visible. Proud to be trans, visible. Prefer heels over Vans, visible. I love to perform, visible. Resist right-wing reforms, visible. Demand to be safe where I pee, visible. Even if we don't agree, visible. Not afraid of rebuke, visible. For my support of trans youth, visible. They exist. That's the truth. Visible. Embrace my deep voice. Visible. Fight for all women's choice. Visible. Own my addiction. Visible. Not afraid to cause friction. Visible. I support BLM. Visible. There's no us versus them. Visible. Here to party and dance. Visible. You'd like some romance. Visible. Please don't ask what's in my pants. Visible. Protest anti-trans regs. Visible. Love to show off my legs. Visible. I've got really big breasts. Visible. Girlfriend time is the best. Visible. I love everything drag. Visible. Hot as fuck. Don't brag. Visible. I don't smoke, shoot, or vape. Visible. I'm a survivor of rape. Visible. Stand up for all human rights. Visible. Fight to take back the night. Visible. Need an occasional drink. Visible. Psst. My panties are pink. Visible. Know the world needs my joy, even though it makes you annoyed. And now that I'm fully out, I realize that I'll never again be invisible. Thank you so much.
Put your hands together for Alisha Rashad, everybody.